Hey, welcome back. So, if you're a total beginner and if you don't have any boards with you, and if you are looking for some decent board, then I would suggest you to take a look into Nucleo F446RE based Nucleo board. In this course, I have used Nucleo F446RE board as well as STM32F4 discovery board. Okay, so both are based on a microcontroller which is based on STM32F4X family of microcontrollers. So the code you have for Nucleo you can also put on a discovery board, no problem. So but you would need either one of these board. So I would suggest if you are beginner, then go for Nucleo F446RE because it is very low cost, okay, compared to the discovery board. Now that would be sufficient for the beginner. And remember that, so whenever you want to buy a board, then you should always keep in mind a couple of factors. Now first one is see who is manufacturing that. So all these boards are manufactured by ST itself, so it's kind of branded board. Now the second thing is check whether documentation and code support is available or not. So ST actually maintains all the documentation and it will give you all the user manuals. For example, if you go to this web page, you can get all the details and all the documentation, application notes, data sheets, reference manuals, sample codes. So everything you can able to get. Okay, so support is really important. And ST also maintains its own discussion forum where you can ask board related questions or software related questions. And apart from that, check whether the board has onboard debugger or not. So that is very important. For example, if you take a look into this board, what you see here at the top is a debugger. So that means it has onboard debugger, which will be mentioned by the vendor who is selling that. Okay, so in the description you have to read that, and here you can see that it integrates the ST-Link debugger and programmer. So that is really important for any embedded engineer, okay, who is getting started with microcontroller programming, because debugging is very essential and you should always have a onboard debugger. So otherwise you have to spend more money and you have to buy external debugger, so which I don't prefer. For example, if you consider Arduino boards, then they don't have onboard debugger. For that you have to spend a lot of money to acquire external debugger. All right, after that, if you are using the microcontroller for learning purpose, then you should check whether the peripheral you require is supported or not. Let's say you want to work with CAN peripheral, so you have to check whether that microcontroller supports that feature or not. Now all the STM32F4X, F7X based microcontrollers, they support almost all the peripherals. So but it's better if you check the description of the microcontroller. And one more important thing is check what is the supported flash size and onboard RAM size of that microcontroller. For example, in this board, this microcontroller is used. So I would just Google it and it will take you to the description of that microcontroller. Okay, and here you can read all the flash size, the CPU speed, and its various other features like RAM size, etc. So always buy a RAM which is close to 100 KB or more than 100 KB, okay, because tomorrow you may be putting lots of middlewares like USB stack or low power IP stack, or you may be playing with graphics or space consuming application you may be running tomorrow. So at that time you need not to switch to some other board. So there are boards available with flash memory of 1 MB also. Okay, so you may have to check those boards. Now, so some people will blindly buy a board which has very low RAM and low flash, okay, and tomorrow they will find that it doesn't hold their application, and then at that time they want to change the board. So all those things are not good, and I would suggest go for 512 KB or above that. Okay, for this course I have chosen Nucleo F446RE board, okay, and I also use discovery board, but as I said, you would need either one of these board. Okay, and if you are total beginner, then I would suggest this. So with that note, I would like to finish this video and I will see you in the next lecture.